And hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Oodvin. My name is Maxwell Williams. I am the DM for this session, and I play a whole bunch of cool and interesting characters, including... Oh god, who am I going to say this time? Actually, we'll say this. Including a slender, tall, silver-haired woman that one of our party members might be so familiar with. Oh. We'll leave it at that. So let's go around and have everyone else introduce themselves and who they are playing. So, first up.
Hi everyone. My name's Sam Rinaldi, and I play Winnie Winslow, the Twilight Cleric, who is currently having a meltdown.
Hello everyone, I'm Connor McGinley. I play Lilibet Pembroke, and I'm going to explain a little bit more because it's a special occasion. She is a female reborn Ranger 4 Fighter 7, Monster Slayer Ranger, Rune Knight Fighter, and her body has been taken over by a Carrionet, so now her soul resides inside a doll. And the doll is growing increasingly insane with bloodlust, and that became a problem last session. But she remembers that she has to recover her sister, so for now, she's got her mental faculties in check.
Hello, I'm Dane Brancato, and I played Zephyr Windstrider, the deceased Air Genasi bard of the group.
Sorry.
That's it?
And he's dead, so I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
watching.
Little death fact about Zephyr is his favorite character in the show The Good Place would have been Jason.
He was alive.
Oh,
It
if
would have
Alright.
been.
only he was here to watch it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Hi. Wow, I gotta follow that. Jeez, every single time. My name is Julia Risto, and I play Octavia Lagazur, and she is a swashbuckling rogue. For now. I have to make a decision. Julia, not character. We'll find out. It won't be this section. But yeah.
Hello, my name is Aaron Borden. I play the character of Fevrim Cask, the Simic hybrid blood fighter. No special facts in mind today. Glad I didn't have to shoot my brother last week, though.
Oh.
By
Oh.
my brother, actual
Yeah.
brother.
Real
Ow.
life brother.
Okay, it took
I
me a
see.
minute.
And I'm Drew Borden. I'm the brother. If
If anyone didn't know, they're related.
Yeah. I play Aldrich Bernask, Armor Paladin, Armor Artificer, Oath of Redemption Paladin. And, yeah, maybe he don't know exactly what he wants.
Cool.
That's it.
Yeah. So with that, let's do a quick little recap of what has happened so far. So our party found themselves in a little bit of a sticky situation after receiving a plethora of lore and knowledge from Drax, otherwise known as the Dragon Aophic himself. They were quickly swept away in order to come to the rescue of Winnie and Axel, and simultaneously Octavia, who had all been confronted by Lunaris, the goddess of the full moon, who wished to take Winnie originally, but then Axel back with her to the celestial plane to research their blood, how they had come to be, and the powers that they possess. In doing so, a great battle broke out with Drax and a celestial guardian known as Urdusk holding back the two other dragons, Tridel and Borden, while the party did their best to take on and subsequently escape from Lunaris herself. During the battle, several individuals went down to various different means as Lunaris's attacks packed quite the punch. But in the end, they were able to tear down her temporal barrier that was preventing them from teleporting away. But not everyone left unscathed. As in the last moments of the teleportation, as Axel's wish went through, a radiant arrow was fired from Lunaris's bow, striking Zephyr directly in the chest and killing him instantly. He was able to get off a last couple of words in which he told Winnie, finally, that he loved her.
Straight through the heart, and she's to blame.
And she's to blame because you called love a bad name. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try out this music. What does this sound like? That's too happy. I need something else.
So hopeful.
Oh, we have hope.
It's like dramatic, too happy.
Too happy. You guys ready for you to bring back Zephyr, but we forgot to take the arrow out of his chest? So he dies again.
Ooh. This music is tense.
I'm joking. I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't think the arrow...
I don't think the
That's
arrow is
DM
a problem.
We're treading into DM discretion, because I think there's magic that causes the arrow to kill you, and it doesn't just chill inside the arrow and keep... Although it would be interesting to have, like, a soul-repelling arrow that constantly, like, pushes souls away from it or something.
That would be
Is this music too creepy? Sorry, y'all.
It's all about ambiance. I get
know,
it.
I know.
Nobody's offended.
Gotta get it right.
Yeah.
This one? No. None of these are right. I'm so sorry, y'all.
No, you're good.
You should be.
I
Are
like
you
that
looking
one.
for like
I like that one.
like heart? Ooh.
Yeah, this is properly tense.
Yep.
Oh,
Never mind.
go off, King.
Interesting. Okay.
The harpist, like, taking the reins.
Anyway, getting off track. So let us start tonight's episode with Zephyr. You
Oh yeah, that's me.
have your hands outstretched, holding the rest of your group. You teleport, and when you land, you look down. There's no pain, but there is, for an instant, a golden arrow of light sticking out of your chest. In a dazed state, you speak your final words to your party. As the last wisp of air exits your lips, you fall backwards. But you never hit the ground. You feel yourself falling. Continuously falling backwards. Your vision goes dark and then flashes with light for a moment. And you blink, or at least the closest thing you can think of, as you don't quite feel like yourself anymore. There's no form. You are a culmination of elemental energy. Wisps of wind and magic contained together, floating through this extra-dimensional space. You look around at first and you see a vast nothingness of white.
So there's no fire and brimstone. That's a good sign, I think.
You think the words as you say it, but you're not hearing yourself. It comes off more like gusts of wind and breeze. Make a perception check.
So, 11.
You look around this space, and you have one of those moments where you like scan the entire horizon and then look back to the point that you were originally looking at, and there are figures there now. Other culminations of elemental energy that seem to be moving lightly in the breeze, probably about 100, 200 feet in front of you.
Can I go over that way? Can I move?
You go to step, and you look down, and there you have no feet. You have no form. But you think for a second, and you begin to just will yourself forward. It is a freeing feeling to be able to just float through existence. And you slowly kind of make your way over to them. And just like yourself, they have no form, no physical connection. But as you get closer, you feel something. It's almost as if their emotions are radiated out for them, being received by your form. There is a bit of sadness, but also joy, relief.
So, what are you guys in for?
You kind of think this thought, and you feel a pulse of mental energy radiate off of you towards the other individuals. And they don't speak per se, but you get feelings and senses back from them. They're happy to see you. It's been such a long time. They haven't seen you since you were a baby. And through this connection that begins to form, you are standing in front of your parents.
Oh, shit. Hey, how's it's been a hot minute.
They convey that they understand that it's been a while, and they're sad to see you here so soon, but glad to finally be reunited.
Well, I mean, I'm not staying. I don't, like, this is nice. It's great to see you guys. I have a lot of questions. Like, is Sai here? But more importantly, like, he looks down at if there was an arm and a watch, where it would be. He goes, I've got some friends coming for me sometime. So We can hang out till then, but I'm not. No light. I'm not going near that. I'm gonna just kind of hang here if that's all right.
There is a slight chuckle as they convey that there is no light. This is the afterlife.
Oh. Good. So I'm here already.
There's a quizzical feeling when you mention Sai. They haven't seen her.
So you guys aren't like watching over? I mean, I don't know how this works, but it's good that she's not here then.
They can only interact with those that have passed. And they haven't seen Sai.
Sorry, I got distracted by Drew's camera.
Sorry.
What's
about
going
that.
on?
Possessed.
Audio listeners love you to death.
Absolutely
Just
possessed. What
Um,
happened?
Ned
I'm so
Ned
sorry.
came early.
I was gonna say, is
Game
that
early.
the afterlife? Is that what he's experiencing? It
Is
quite
he
looks.
good?
Oh my god.
Good lord.
I don't know what's happening.
Is your
Oh,
USB loose?
No,
Oh.
it kind of broke.
Oh,
oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, it looks relatively
Oh,
okay
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. The
That looks-
picture quality looks fine right now. It's just not pointing at you.
Hold on.
kind of looks like found footage.
Ned's like trying to figure out.
Hold
Alice,
on.
like, God,
Give me a
don't
second.
touch
Up,
it.
up.
Don't touch it.
We're down on the ground again.
Oh no! Come on, big boy, get up.
This is.
No, we're gonna leave this in.
This
I'm
is-
not editing this out.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect.
Well, that's happening though, Zephyr.
Yeah. Zephyr, I guess he's thinking, so you can't really tell that he's getting a little choked up. But
The emotions are still conveyed. You just don't
Okay.
have any way to express them physically.
so you guys have you been watching everything?
The access that they have to watch the living is very limited. But they knew if they stayed right here, that they'd see the two of you again.
Lovely. So, good news. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since you guys have been around, but we're both at we were both at what's it called? Raven site. So that's pretty good. And we're rich.
At the mention of Raven's sight, there is uncontrollable worry.
No, it's good. We were super safe.
He
Well,
says
that's-
as
Clearly.
dead.
yeah.
We were like the safest, pretty much.
So like, and he's just gonna start giving her the rundown. So, and he tells the entirety of the campaign up until this point. He goes, "So, I think I finally got a girlfriend, and I died. But she didn't, so that's good. That's important. I think a god killed me, Linares. I got shot.
There's
Also, we
no
were fighting
surprise.
God. What do you mean? Like, I would think that's kind of shocking, right?
They begin to convey, like, if you knew why we were here, you would understand why we're not surprised.
What I mean, what happened? Like, I thought you guys just got sick. And we couldn't afford the treatment.
There are many secrets to our bloodline.
Well, we've got time, so probably gonna be here for a little bit.
I haven't given this a name yet. I gotta do it right now. Okay. At one point, our family, those connected to us, were known as programmers.
He wouldn't have the Matrix on his iPod. That's unfortunate. Like,
Unlike others whose genetic modifications gave them an innate or inherent use of the magic of Oodvin. Programmers were special. They were the leads of magical innovation and discovery. They were able to do things that others couldn't, to connect and harness the magical essence of Oodvin, bending it to their will and telling it what to do.
so right up Febrim's alley. He would love that. So, like, God, kind of.
Not gods. Not a connection with the shards. That's a whole other thing. It's honestly restrictive in comparison. Our family at one point understood the root of magical essence and the particles that contain it.
So, like, you guys could do that? Me and Sai could?
Your mother could. Although she was just getting good at it when she fell ill.
Which one of the two in front of me is my mom?
You gotta look back and forth, you're like, I cannot physically tell the
And,
two
like,
apart.
Why don't you raise your little, like, wisp, just so I know which one?
The one on your left just goes like,
Hey, Mom. Well, I mean, it's probably not much use now that, you know, we're dead, but, like, what
you
could
said you were
do?
going back, right?
I hope so. I mean, I would hope that they're coming back for me somehow. I mean, one of us is like the wish child, so I'm sure that there's a way.
I gotta roll a history check for these fuckers.
Magic's real too, so they'll get me. They just
Nah, they don't know the wish
he
child.
looks down at his watch again and he's like, or lack of watch and
Mhm.
arm. And he goes, might just be a minute. Any time now though, I'm sure I'll get whole. I don't know how this works. I'm kind of new to being dead. You guys ever see anyone go back?
There are very few who go back. It's not unheard of, but most souls reach here and find peace. But we can sense that you're not even close to being ready.
Yeah, I gotta see some things through, and I've got some people back there that, I mean, I'm sure are fed up with me, but I'm not ready to leave them yet.
Zephyr, it's at this time that you feel a tug on your back.
Oh no.
Like a cord or a cable hasn't been pulled taut.
It's not like someone lightly tugging on my shirt or anything. Okay, that's good. Quick, give me whatever, like, this programming stuff. How do I do it? How did you guys die? Like, I need to know. Were you killed?
There's not time for all of that. And you watch your
Spark
mother's
notes?
figure float over to you. Kind of begins to mix with your form, as there isn't any physical connection here. It's two forces of wind pushing up against each other. But it's almost as if she's cradling your face in her hand.
What if you guys like are like wind things kind of like all touch each other, and then when I get pulled back, I take you guys with me. And then
Zephyr, that's not how this works.
But have we tried? Like we don't know. Maybe
have
it is.
You have a device of the old world, correct?
You mean my little iPod?
It will help.
It's got a big old eye on the back.
It allows you to access the network. I'm sure you've already discovered that on some innate level, but you've just begun to scratch the surface.
So maybe I'll use it and save everyone, and then bring you guys back, and then we'll be happy again, and you guys can meet Winnie. You're gonna love Winnie. Maybe not so much Octavia. She's kind of mean.
Zephyr, as much as we enjoyed
Al's
living,
really cool.
and
You
as
guys
much
might have
as
known him, actually. He's kind of old.
as much as we enjoyed living, and as much as we miss you, there's no coming back for us. The world has changed so much, and it's been so long. But you feel the tug begin to pull you backwards at an increasing speed. Your mother's hand outstretched kind of holds onto you until she has to let go.
Well, if anything else, I can hold on a little bit longer. They can wait just a little bit, you know. Like I'm going back, but maybe you guys can give me some info. What's going like?
If your sister's not here, you need to find her.
Oh, all right.
Trust yourself, Zephyr.
Just wait a little bit longer, okay?
We'll be here whenever you're finally ready.
And I'll bring. Hopefully, I'll like pave the way for everyone else, and then you can meet everyone, and it'll be great in like a lot of years from now.
You feel
Might be
yourself
now, but
pulled faster as you
Ned.
were getting out your final words to the spirits of your parents. You feel tugged and pulled. And suddenly this pleasant, joyous experience becomes rough and hard. You feel yourself smashed into several different things as you are almost pulled on a fishing wire through an obstacle course, just being flung around from side to side, your soul flung about.
This isn't as fun as I thought it'd be!
And suddenly you gasp for air. Your eyes shoot open. You make connection with Winnie, who is stood directly over top of you. Magic essence leaving her body as Winnie's Revivify goes off. Make sure to mark off that spell slot and subtract 300 gold from your inventory. But Zephyr shoots back up, back in the land of the living.
Is there still a hole in my chest, or has that been, like, closed?
There are no clothing there, but you watch as your skin has kind of reformed, the muscle and tissue, a slightly lighter hue than the rest of your body, but no gaping hole anymore.
Big old X scar. Got that Luffy scar, let's go. And he's just like, I'm sure that he shot up enough where he's like right in front of Winnie's face. He's like, so, what'd I miss?
She won't say anything. She'll just hug you really tight.
Oh. Well, no, actually, I shouldn't be surprised. I did die. Well, now we're twinsies, right?
She pulls away, and she's
Lily
crying.
just shakes her head disapprovingly.
Yeah, Octavia's with Lily. They're both like,
Just
Zephyr like returns the hug. It's not like a one-sided hug.
Yeah. After you say that, she like pulls away, and she's crying. There's like her eyes are red and puffy. There's tears out the whole 9 yards. But you say that, and she like puts her hands like on your shoulders, and it looks like it's gonna be really genuine. Like it's like real gentle. She leans in a little bit. She's like, "Don't ever fucking do that ever again."
You know, I don't plan to.
Okay.
Wasn't fun. I thought I was in heaven. There wasn't fire and brimstone, so good sign. I think I'm on the right track. I'm okay not going back anytime soon, though.
Yeah, you're not going back anytime soon. Oh my god. I can't believe that worked. She's so stressed.
Well, hello.
Things are a little.
Your
little
party
hazy.
turns around to see a slender, pale woman kind of enter the ballroom. The familiar face of Offenzia kind of gracefully gliding in.
Wait, guys, did I say anything embarrassing before? Like, I don't remember.
Octavia kind of like
When he blushes and looks away.
she like bats his head. She's like, "We'll tell you later." Hello, Offenzia. I'm afraid that everything has gone to shit.
Hi, Offenzia.
Oh, hello? I've been sensing some strange disturbances.
Oh yeah, the whole city's gonna go to shit in about like less than a day.
Oh,
God killed
is
me.
that?
Wait, are they
I'm-
still fighting?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I don't-
It's dead already.
How
I
long
Yeah.
has it
feel
been?
like it's quite over already.
Probably. So quick recap, for your sake, of course, my lady. We, Lunaris, tried to take her niece and nephew to the other realm, and we said no thank you. She took offense to that, and then we fought her while the other two cities fought against Aofic and was there another person there? I think there was another.
Yeah, there's like a tall guy.
That
Yeah.
Star Elf guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I think
wouldn't.
I got his
Yeah,
name.
he's pretty forgettable.
A star elf.
Something like that, yes. But we're
Wait.
pretty sure that
Wait.
Drax is going. What?
That's not Urdusk, is it?
I feel like there's something
I don't
behind the
like
way
your
she said
tone.
that. Yeah.
Everyone's like,
I'm sure you are.
What
Are
is
you an
that?
item?
Oh, no.
Oh,
It just
Were you?
unfortunately not. We had some flirting and some courting, perhaps, but
oh,
unfortunately, Urdusk. While I may be on his spectrum of taste, I was not quite the winning contender, unfortunately.
Well, now I gotta
You
know
got something?
who is
Yeah,
the winning
now I'm-
contender.
Ooh.
Now I'm
Kinda-
curious.
kinda
With all
curious.
due respect, I think we have much more
You know what?
Much
No.
pressing
Pressing
matters
issues.
to
oh,
talk
he is
about.
about to die.
You're right.
Like
Yeah.
how
I'm
they're
willing to make
probably
a note of
dead.
that.
Like,
might
yeah.
be more important.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can. Let me just see if I can figure anything out. She kind of drifts over to the side. You see her cast some magic. And you watch this flash of white light. And she's like, oh! Good lord. Well, I am unable to look into that situation currently.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Didn't perhaps piss off Lunaris, did you?
We just didn't want to go with her.
Yeah.
That's it.
About that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have
February
my
shot her.
utmost respect for that one. That
I
bitch
like
can go die in a hole.
Well, at least some-
You know what? I think I
that's
second
what
that.
I'm saying.
Mhm.
I think that's kind of
Preferably a deep, dark pit. That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you know, I haven't had very great experiences
At
with
this
my
point,
aunt so
yeah,
far.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, your other one was kind of cool when she calmed down for like.
she was
2
still pretty
seconds.
crazy.
2 seconds after I had to kill her. Yeah, that was swell.
No,
Maybe
That
she's
was-
just stressed.
silver lining.
If that's stress, then I'm a fish.
Wait,
That's
what?
not
What?
too far.
I mean,
I mean, you did
I
jump
do
out of the
sense
water.
a change, Octavia. Are you?
Are you part fish?
Are you a fish?
Fork.
Wait
I-
a minute, Octavia.
My
No wonder none of her jokes land.
I hate
Oh, cause she
all of
swim.
Octavia used splash.
no. No,
Jesus,
this
that
is
made
not
it
a magic.
Horrible. Horrible. Dude.
I hate this. She just kind of like her eye twitches, and then she looks up at Offensia. She's like, I may or may not have talked with the Silanopni, you know.
Oh, how is he? It's been such a long time.
Fine.
Do give him my regards.
Definitely.
You guys not-
I have some things to discuss. Mostly why I can suddenly. You know what? Never mind.
Oh,
And
well,
push her.
well, okay.
Yes.
So, is there anything you needed from me, or are you just hanging out here?
Oh, we teleported here to escape with our lives for the most part.
Yes. Why did you choose this? The
Axel?
mansion, Axel.
You look over at Axel, and like all the color is drained from his face, and he looks like faint.
Oh,
And he's
Oh.
kind of like kneeling down and breathing pretty heavily.
I'm gonna lay on hands him
Okay.
for all 15.
I don't have Axel's character sheet up. What's new?
Hey, Winnie, I hate to. Could I crawl out from under, like, so I can get to Axel? You're
Oh,
kind of still like death gripped on my shoulders.
yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
hurts a little bit.
Yeah, I'm bad.
No, you're good.
I should say, in this moment, several of you are feeling the effects of the battle. Specifically,
Oh, yeah.
Al, Zephyr, and Winnie.
There's one injury I hope I got.
Your injuries are beginning to take
Broken ribs.
into effect. I am not using the table.
Two
I am
injuries, I hope
specializing
I
the injuries, just so everyone knows.
Ooh.
So, Al, for your purposes, there is a twinging pain in your back that is causing you to hobble to an extent. Until fixed, your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Oh.
Zephyr,
Wait.
it is difficult for you to breathe, even though you can feel the magic has surrounded you and fixed the injury. It's not quite a broken rib, but Zephyr,
Plural.
you are discouraged from taking any dash action. If you do so, you will take a D12 of necrotic damage every time you decide to dash or move full speed.
Okay.
Because the broken rib caused a puncture.
Yeah,
you
because
know-
the
you
broken
know.
ribs. There's two of them now.
In Winnie, you, with the massive amount of damage that you took in one stroke, your head is still fuzzy. There's a slight ringing at the back of your ears, and you're having trouble focusing on the stuff in front of you. So you will have major trouble maintaining focus, and the minimum con save for concentrating on spells has become 15 for you.
Ouch.
But as you do that, all of your bracelets light up simultaneously. There's just a kind of light buzz as
Phone went off.
tiny holographic screens project out of your bracelets. You see another screen appears on Offensia's wall, larger. And within it, you see a composed and glittering Lunaris in all of her glory, her hair kind of lightly floating behind her. And flanked behind her, you see Tridel on one side in their humanoid form, as well as Borden on the other, also in humanoid form. And they begin to speak. And you can hear, even outside, this message is being projected to the entire city. Anyone that had access to some kind of magical device, close to some kind of magical essence, are hearing this message.
Do they look messed up? Do any of them look messed up?
No one looks messed up. They all look
Oh.
pristine, put together. Any wounds that you had dealt to Lunaris during the fight, any wounds that Urdusk or Drax had given to these others, has been either healed, covered, or otherwise dispersed. As Lunaris begins to speak.
Sign?
Citizens of Eofic, it is with the deepest sincerity that I must inform you of a terrible incident that has occurred in your great city. Just mere moments ago, a group of radical zealots that have been masquerading as Ravensight students viciously attacked the headmaster of the academy, Professor Draxus, taking them completely by surprise. Unfortunately, myself, Tessa, and Borden were too late. By the time we arrived, the assailants had already vanished, but the evidence of their work could not be erased.
Lily, like, looks around at, like, Februm, and she's like, who was it? I can't... What? I didn't even see them.
Oh, Lily's back.
Professor
The-
Drax
She's talking about us.
has fallen. Please join me in a moment of silence for his passing. Thank you. You begin to see the image change and form. It is a rotating slide of all of your photos.
Good.
Max, I was just about to say Zephyr, or at least I didn't say who did it.
Yeah.
Please, be on the lookout for these dangerous individuals. They are armed and could turn violent at any given time. Please report any sightings to your closest Night Eyes and rest assured that we are doing everything in our power to track them down and bring them to justice. The images slide by a couple of times, each of your names attached to the bottom and a lower third. It eventually goes back to Linares. I would also like to inform all of you that with the passing of Draxus, that effective immediately I will be taking over governing control of Aophik, of this glorious city, myself. Standing in until a proper replacement can be selected. I hope that you will all welcome me with open arms and shining faces. I cannot wait to... There's a sudden static. A magical interference that begins to take place. The form of Lunaris begins to warp and become stretched as the signal becomes hijacked. And you see another image jump on screen. An image familiar to everyone in this party.
Urdusk?
No.
Unfortunately not.
Rutha.
Oh god.
Rutha shows up on screen, projecting her voice to the entire city.
Oh my god, this isn't happening.
Hey, she might be on our side.
Who knows? Yeah, at this point.
My brethren. Oh wait, she's got a country accent. I totally forgot about
My
that.
brethren.
My brethren. Our time has
Comrades,
come.
one and all.
Our time has finally come. The oppressive regime of Aophik has ended. Thanks to the assistance by one of our operatives, it is time that we come finally into the light.
This isn't
Operative
happening.
on the inside?
I would like to be
He
the
doesn't say
first
that.
to welcome each and every one of you to a new era. An era in which we are no longer held bound by the delusions, by the control of these divinities. It is time that we take back the city for ourselves. We have uncovered secrets. We have learned to harness the devouring. It is no longer something that we have to be afraid of. This world was made for those with the power to reach out and control it for their own. And we shall start with Aophik. If this goddess thinks that she has the power to stop us, then she is sorely mistaken. I usher each and every one of you to join me, to join us, to take the devouring into yourselves, to harness its power, and to realize that the only divinity that has ever been on our sides is the true savior. The forgotten son, the one that has been deluded and hidden from us by the goddesses.
No.
Don't say his name.
For now and forever.
No.
All hail the great sun Blazidin.
Oh, motherfucker.
And you watch the screen go black.
I don't think she's on our side, Lily.
This isn't happening.
But here's the thing. She's not on Lunaris's side.
That's true. If we can
can let
pit them against each other, where do your guys' money lie?
And I don't think that Rutha is actively going after us, whereas everyone else is.
Is there like a bounty on us, or do they just say watch out for us?
We will be taken in. Oh my god. Oh my god, this isn't happening. This is not happening.
Wait,
Who?
did we have bounties?
There
What's my
weren't
bounty?
specifically
What's my
listed
bounty?
bounties.
Do I have a bounty because I got
How
shot
much
by
am I
an arrow?
worth?
There's no specific listed bounties.
Wait.
But
Zephyr have like a really bad
Yeah.
picture drawn of him.
no,
I
it's
just
all
can't get my nose
Do I
right.
even have one?
no, it's
She killed
your
me.
school photos. It's like your
Oh.
entrance, like the on your ID cards.
No, I
Februm,
was blinking in that.
Februm
Max,
standing
do
there
I
looking
have
at.
one? Because she killed me.
I
Would she
think
assume
Zephyr
that I'm still
probably
dead?
no. She's fully aware of Winnie's powers.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
picture is still on that
There
list.
goes my plans.
No, Mr.
Oh wait,
Prince
I've
for
got this
you.
guy's self. I'm fine.
Februm's looking up at the photos and he looks back at the party and he's like, I mean, I'll be alright at least. That guy has 2 tentacles.
Who has a passive perception of 15 or higher?
Where do you see your passive?
Me.
D&D Beyond.
Left side.
Like,
Lower left
Under
side.
your saving
I got
throws.
passive investigation.
Same.
What was the DC?
15 or
15.
higher.
15.
I do not.
Okay. So those of you that do, there is a high-pitched whistling sound that you hear start from a distance, but is slowly getting closer.
I have a bad feeling about that noise.
Offenzia, what is that? Do you know what that is?
Are we
Do you have a
under-
bunker?
Do you have a bunker? That's a
Can we
great
make a
question.
bunker?
I mean, technically speaking, the whole mansion is built as a bunker.
But
So-
you do
There a
hear that, right?
Bunker in the bunker?
Max,
Or...
what would happen if they came after you two? Could you like hold them off? Are you like that powerful, or we probably?
Depends
think
on who
Offensia's
comes
gonna
after
die
me. Yes, that is very true.
Octavia kind of goes over to Lily and she's like, "So, if you had to guess, what of 3 things could that noise possibly be?"
This isn't happening.
No sooner does Octavia finish that sentence, there you hear a massive explosion. There is the detonation of an impact, and you feel it in your chest. And it was not close from what you can tell. A few of you make your way over to the windows and kind of like pull back the cobweb covered curtains and look outside for a moment, and you see nothing for a second. But then you quickly see pieces of rubble begin to land on the ground. A larger chunk falls directly into Offensia's front lawn.
We need to go.
And you look up, and you see Ravensight Academy, the tower in the middle of this city. The top quarter of it, probably. There is just a massive circular chunk out of the upper section of the tower, and you see the upper section of the tower itself beginning to lean, beginning to gain momentum as it begins to fall.
Which way is it falling?
From all 3 cities are there.
It is not falling at you. I'll give you that.
Okay. And is it falling inward? Like, does it look like the whole place is gonna collapse, or just the tower?
For right now, you just seeing the top section of the tower begin to lean over. There is an increasing... The shadow is now covered in shadow as this tower begins to fall, gaining speed as it plummets downwards. You look out the window, you see people begin running, screaming. You see several different students exiting the front doors of Ravensight Academy, only to look up and see this top section of the tower falling directly on them. It is over in an instant as this tower makes connection with the ground itself. And I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws, even at this distance.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Nat 20.
Oh, that's not good.
17.
26.
Unnatural 20.
Nat 20 would be a 28
9.
in total.
All right, so those of you below 14
Uh-huh.
feel yourself pushed back by this shockwave. And you're sent back a good, 10 to 15 feet.
Can I use my Nat 20 to hold on to Winnie? Is that something you allow?
So rude.
It's just February.
Just Februm.
You can split the damage.
I'm like, you can split the damage at 1 HP.
I'll go down.
Don't do that.
No.
Breaking down.
No, idiot!
Winnie's gonna be so mad at you if you do that.
I'll be so pissed. Winnie will be so pissed. She
I'm
literally
trying
went,
to think, though.
don't fucking do that again.
Like, can I do something else? Like how you let me grab her with my sickle? Can I
If
grab
you
her with my
want,
sickle again?
so here's what I'll let you do. If you want to expend a first level spell slot to cast Featherfall, you can negate the damage on Winnie.
Oh, that's cute.
That because Zephyr would not be thinking about his own safety again.
So Februm, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh,
Solid.
as
You gotta...
the shockwave hits you. The rest of you, even with your successes, are knocked prone, just flat, losing the ground underneath you. The Offendia's mansion rattles and shakes. You see dust pulled from high corners that kind of fills the ballroom with a slight haze. You see Offensia raise her arms, and a light green energy flashes out from her, and she seems to stabilize the building as a whole. But as you collect yourself, you look out the window, and chaos has started to reign. There are other smaller explosions that are beginning to pop up around the city. From this vantage point, you can see bits of smoke and fire pooling in different areas.
Did you say that
Offensia
there was,
kind
like,
of
smoke
lets
in
her
the
magic
house?
down.
Or, like,
What was that?
dust? Is there like smoke or dust in the house?
Mainly dust.
Okay.
It's kind of... Offensia seemed to stabilize her own structure, but it still felt the effects of this earthquake-level impact. This tower felt like 1,000 feet, and then hit the ground.
Damn.
The few of you that can stand up and look back out the window see carnage. Even the students that were able to get out of the way initially, you see have been bombarded with debris and scatterings.
Is everyone okay? Nothing broken?
All those people. Who would do such a thing?
We gotta do something. We gotta help someone, right?
How?
We can't do anything.
Maybe there's still
Offensia.
some survivors. We can go and
We
help.
can't. Even if we could, the Devouring's gonna take over Aelphic.
Um,
Because Drax is dead.
Drax said something about he had some things that might help us somewhere.
What?
Wouldn't have.
Do you know
By
anything
chance.
about that, or
Oh, yeah, he said we
Hopefully,
could
it
use
wasn't
this
in that
armory or something.
tower.
Wait, you all.
We just
When
find
did
the
that
top
happen?
of the tower and we should be able to find it, right?
he said it while we were in?
Wait,
The
The
top
room.
of the
Talk right
tower,
now?
Zephyr. The top of
Can I-
the
Can Al talk right now? 'Cause
Oh,
he can't
yeah.
be driving?
He's
Wait,
back.
what? I'm
No,
back.
Al has hit points,
Oh.
Okay.
right?
Oh, okay.
I thought he
Got
said
healed
could
there
drive
at
for
last minute
24
by a.
hours.
I think there was
Yeah,
a healing.
I got-
There was a healing word, a mass heal word that was used near the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if
Oh.
the worm
Well,
was
yeah, 'cause
piloting right now.
Ned's
No, you're-
deal was he could drive for 24 hours, wasn't it?
He didn't say when.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah,
say
I was
when.
gonna say. On one hand, it's bad if it's now. On the other hand, it's bad if he gets to choose when. So it's bad
Yeah.
either way.
So,
So, yeah, it's at the. So we just find where the top of the tower landed, and maybe we can
Well,
salvage
is it-
something.
Is it in the top of the towers? Was
is there
it?
any other place that he might have?
Would he have told us where?
He didn't tell us
Didn't-
where.
Didn't get
What
a
is
chance
happening?
to say.
I will
It was
say
when I went to go get you, they had a talk with Drax.
I'm not aware
To
of
Winnie.
where Aelphic kept his hoard. Unfortunately. I mean, probably
have, like, a
fortunately
home?
for him, I would have got in decades ago.
I mean, did he leave you guys any sort of cryptic clue or riddle or something?
I don't believe so.
Did he have like a
thought
best
we
friend that
did.
he confided in ever?
Octavia? Anything?
Not in a while,
Like your
but it
parents?
was.
Maybe?
Or like a celestial liaison that he might have told something about
I
it?
do remember Erdusk being the
Oh.
liaison for Aelphic. Long
Right, well,
ago.
he's probably dead, so.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Could
We
Maybe.
could have broke that to Offensia a little bit better. I mean,
I'm
not like
sorry.
there's a lot of time for that, but
Offensive, can you like check and see if he's dead, or are you completely cut off?
I mean, I am a generous woman, but we're starting to quickly get into territory of me doing things for free.
I
Well,
feel
you
like
don't
the
have to, we
situation
just
is
wanna know if
more
you can.
at stake than
Locate him? Possibly. Contact him? Almost definitely. But I
don't you want to
suspect-
reunite? When's the last time you two talked? Maybe some extra sparks will fly.
I don't know.
Huh?
if I
That would
wanna be
probably
around for
be when
that.
I tried to charm and capture him. So
Well, that's
Oh,
probably
we
not the
probably
way to
should've left
do it.
he was being quite persistent, and I just wanted a chance. Probably
I'm
for the
I'm
best
gonna
it
stay
didn't
out of
work.
this
You know what?
one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even begin to unpack what's wrong with that.
I'm not gonna take notes from this.
Octavia just kind of looks at Offensia and she's like, well, there's really not much we can do then. Huh. It's like, 'cause people are going to die, no matter what.
I guess it depends
Right.
on who dies then.
And I've touched
People are
myself in
dying no matter
past.
what.
4th level cure wounds, so I'm not at 1 HP.
Sure.
Where do we take people that are? Where can we go?
We can't do anything. Did you?
I need to know where we are taking people to be
You
safe.
gotta get Mal.
Is
I don't know.
I could try to see how many refugees my people can accept.
Are they gonna be okay?
Are they going to be looking for you?
Perhaps,
Everyone's gonna be looking for us.
well, I feel like my people understand that I am not I might be a petty criminal, but I am not some high murder-slinging, gallivanting sod.
And are they really gonna believe that we were able to?
I'm from the
That is-
shallows, so
I don't know. I mean, if a goddess came on the TV and I didn't know us, I'd be like, well, that sucks.
Lunaris the bitch poofed my cat, so I can't exactly get any information
bring
out.
him back.
It takes time!
then
I
you have time.
while
Do
while
we?
you
I mean, I
while
don't
you
think we do.
discuss, do I feel like you all look very rough currently.
Ah,
A little.
Is this an offer or is this like a suggestion?
Oh, I was just suggesting that maybe you want to take a little rest, possibly. Not a long one necessarily, but just a short one.
I feel like we could be out there doing something, guiding people.
And
You think-
while you are all talking, the explosions are continuing to happen.
Oh lord.
Oh, well then I
Hmm.
can't wait.
What if
I thought it was just the one.
Yeah.
No,
I-
like
That's
through
fine.
like it was that one major one, but there are smaller things that you can hear in the distance from the Artisan's Court, from the Everbright, from the different districts. You're continuing to hear these minor explosions and what you can assume are scuffles happening throughout the entire city.
hey Max.
What's up?
If we like look out the window and like look at these explosions, does it look like anything similar to what Lunaris could have attacked us with? Like, can we tell like what kind of damage it is, maybe, or if it's like a radiant explosion, or like
Make
what?
an Arcana check.
A day. Oh, hello, sheet. There we go. Oh, I do not have good Arcana. All right, well, we will see. Maybe I'll roll well. I hate you. That's a 7.
Could we get a second opinion on that?
Could maybe I
You could flash
I
a
have
genius.
I have advantage, but minus
I
3.
would not be paying attention enough.
Winnie, a 7. You're not sure who's doing this. It is definitely a mixture of light and fire.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Cool.
Which could be both.
I will say, Winnie, with your kind of just your passive insight and your passive wisdom, it's unlikely that after the speech that Lunaris gave that she would attack the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably Rutha.
Mhm.
I'm gonna opt for the one that said, "Hey, let's start a revolution."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. As you look out the window, though, you see not many, but a handful of different like higher-ranking Night Eyes, some of the professors and teachers, flying through the air by different means, and beginning to scatter across the city in hopes to contain this to the best of their ability.
Do we
The
see
people-
Feb's parents?
No.
Sorry.
No.
Okay.
The people have
And
the
I
night
doubt we
eyes
would see them specifically.
for the
Probably
moment.
better.
Frankly, I'm
Octavia?
not sure we can trust the Night Eyes.
I said the
Uh,
people have
no.
the night eyes to look after them for the moment. At least, regardless of whatever Lunaris may believe, she probably doesn't want the city to fall because she's a crazy bitch that likes to be worshipped, so she can't be worshipped if there's no one here to worship her.
She's got 2 other cities.
But from what I remember, they're not doing so hot.
Oh yeah, they're also here.
Mhm.
Good point.
Yes. So,
So what are we doing? Are we leaving the city? Are we staying? Are we?
I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to consider taking a rest sometime soon, but I think there are a few of us who have people we would like to check in on.
Specifically, Al.
Al would like to check on his son, and I would like to perhaps either find the Thieves Guild or go to the docks, either or. But I would not ask anyone to come with me.
Docks
My
are probably gonna
dad.
be more safe. Or at least like your town, your village.
The flotilla.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The flotilla should be safer.
You would hope.
Ooh.
Well, if Al's going out to find his son, then I gotta go out to find my dad.
I'll go with you.
Someone
It's,
should probably go look for
Don't know where
Erdusk.
Sai is, but I know she's not dead. Fun fact. We'll update you guys on that later.
You said that really casually, considering how much you cared about her.
There's a lot going on right now. I'm
All right.
hiding my giddiness.
Splitting into teams. Zephyr and Winnie, because we can't seem to separate you two after Zephyr said he loved Winnie. All right.
I did
And
what?
then I think I'll go with you to find Mal, but you have to come with me to find the docks after.
Yes. Oh, Winnie, where would your dad be?
What part of the town do I live in again? I know where I live. I know
You live right by the northern docks.
Oh.
That's where the mail post is.
Let's go.
That's
Convenient.
not the direction the tower fell, is it?
I mean, the tower, the damage of the tower is contained to the shadow. It may be like
Oh,
covered a whole section of the shadow, but it didn't go into the artisan's court, let alone the like northern or southern districts.
Okay, so then maybe me, Winnie, and Zephyr, and then Februm and Lily and Al could go together, and they will go find Mal, and then perhaps
What
look
about
for Erdusk after.
Axel.
Does that sound like a plan? Axel, love, are you doing okay?
Did my lay on hands do anything?
Either lay on hands. There's no hit points to heal. He's at full health. So you can
And I
keep
guess
you can
he's
keep your
also
15.
not diseased or poisoned.
Nothing for that to go. As you look over at
he's
him,
just
though,
traumatized.
you watch
I don't know.
a
Drained.
pulse of energy come off of him. Everyone heal for 30 hit points.
Oh,
Okay.
What are you doing, man?
Oh.
He
I mean,
cast
thank you.
He cast a
What are
fifth level prayer of healing. And
Axel,
while everyone has been talking,
Okay, buddy?
finished the spell.
I'm at 69.
love, are you okay? Is everything all right? I know that was very difficult.
last time
I-
you warped us, your hair turned brown. So
Woo! I am feeling a little winded. Honestly, I still. He like conjures a bit of fire. I'm like, I've still got my normal spells, but
Hey, rest easy, Axel. You did good.
I don't know if I can do my powerful magics again.
That's okay.
Don't make any wishes on our account, all right?
all right.
Take care of yourself.
You got it.
Uh,
He like does his best to be
Axel,
chipper.
if you want to stay here and like rest, I'm assuming it's safer here than pretty much anywhere else. We can stay in touch with the wristbands and
And I'll leave you my broom so you can get to the docks quicker
I
when you're ready.
we can figure out where we're gonna go from there. Because
you're
we're
not.
kind of surrounded by the lake on all
No,
sides, so
I think Axel should come with us. Winnie, why doesn't he just ride your broom?
Yeah.
that works.
I
But
can walk. I'm fine. He takes like a deep breath and kind of like steadies himself. And you're seeing some color return to his face.
Okay.
But his hair is definitely on the brown side of things.
Lily like makes eye contact with Axel.
He gives
And
I think he just gives you like a firm nod, and puts like a hand on his sword.
then she nods too.
Offensive, real quick, just out of curiosity, what would the deal be to maybe fix? I think my ribs are broken again. I'm kind of having a little trouble breathing, and I feel like I'm gonna need to move.
For a simple recovery like that, the problem is it's going to take a
money.
bit of time.
I have
Unfortunately,
a lot of money. How much time?
So much money.
we're talking maybe another 20 minutes.
Okay, we don't really have that time, unfortunately.
I mean, it's fully within even Winnie's power to heal all of your injuries. It just takes time.
We'll put a pin in that then.
Yeah, you can use the broom if you can't
Yeah, I
move.
was gonna say, actually, you
fast
said
And
you
in
could
that,
walk,
like the
Winnie,
arrow
can
in
I-
you,
What? What would you just say to me? Octavia?
is that Zephyr asking or Dane asking?
That's Zephyr asking.
Oh, she's just like, nothing.
Lily.
Now Dane is asking, what did you say?
She said a pin in that, like an arrow in you.
Oh, okay.
Lily, your needle begins to vibrate.
Yeah, I think she's just been looking out the window, kind of like impatiently waiting for the party to decide that they're leaving.
We should probably scatter and regroup where? Regroup here, regroup at the docks.
At the docks, right?
Okay.
At the northern
At the
docks.
Yes. I can at least get us chartered to the flotilla. I don't know what the current state is, but I would certainly like to find out.
Okay,
Always
so
right in here.
All right.
so who's going with Al? Who's going with Winnie?
Who's going where?
Winnie's
I think-
going to her dad's near the northern docks.
Okay.
Al's going to find his son.
So the artisan's court.
Yeah.
I'll go with Al.
I'll go with Winnie.
I am
I'm
going.
Offenzia, what would it take to locate Urdusk?
You see, I've had quite the trouble doing that in the past. I think you might have to wait for him to find you if he's still floating about.
Interesting choice of words, but... Okay.
I mean, have you seen the way that he carries himself? He just kind of bobs.
Offensia, if we all have to bail city and this is the last time we all see you, thank you.
Don't worry, child. I've survived far worse than this. This won't be the end of Offenzia the Lich Fae. Don't you worry. She does that little doesn't quite touch you, but does the little nose boop.
Yeah.
Guys, it's kind of just dawning on me that we've spent the past few months making deals with a Lich Fae.
Yes. Are you just realizing this?
No, it's just kind of sinking in.
I mean, she's
That's-
practically the only ally we have at the moment.
That's true.
So
I mean, it's a cool one, luckily, but
Well, we
Zephyr,
kinda
get on the
kinda-
broom.
yes,
two.
All right.
Hmm?
Everyone, stay.
I
Wait.
gotta.
Worm. I got a worm.
sure,
That-
Ned can be an ally right now.
Ned is a topic for later. Octavia kind of looks at the party and she's like, please, whatever you do, be careful. I feel like most of us have lost too much in our lives to lose each other now. Okay?
yeah, I kind of don't want to go through that again.
Everyone get there safe. We'll see y'all soon.
See you on the other side.
Just so that we have all the information, the artisan's court and the docks are in two different directions, right?
Depends on
Or I guess
where in the... So here's the thing. The artisan's
shield.
court and the docks are technically in the same direction no matter
Oh.
where you go, because circles.
Yeah.
Circle.
But the direction that you would need to head to the northern dock where Winnie and Octavia need to go, versus where you're going to need to go to pick up Mel, you're going to have to split after you exit the shadow.
Okay.
So you'll go to the northern gate of the shadow, enter the Artisan's Court, and then you will have to split. So Al's group is going to have to go off to the east a bit, while Winnie and Octavia's group will continue north.
Okay.
I would advise that you conceal your appearance as much as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, do I have anything for that? Let's find out. Probably don't. Oh, I can invisible myself. Oh, wait, can I? Do I have the slot for that?
Okay, we should.
I do.
We should get going.
We should go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Axel, I'm
Best of luck,
assuming
you
you're going
guys.
with them.
I'll stick with Lily and Al's group.
Be careful, cuz.
I can do I can give 4 of us invisibility.
Cool.
That would help.
That works.
I can give 2 of us, including myself, so 1 other person. So that
I
will end up working.
You
Disguise
and
myself.
Zephyr do that. I am more than capable of stealthing my way through the city. I've done
I
so
mean, I could
multiple
just-
times.
disguise myself in like a
As
night owl
what,
uniform
Drax?
Or... I was gonna say night. Listen.
Too
I was
soon.
gonna say like a night
I feel like that's
uniform or
poorly
something.
timed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'll
don't
give
have
you that
any
one.
sense of time right now.
You know what? I give it props.
As your party gets together, as you go for the front door and brace yourself for what comes next, let's take a quick break, shall we? So we'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. So we'll see you then.
Feet.
The sound. Okay, and we're back. Woo! Welcome back, our party. Good lord, can you all keep your shit together, please?
Very
We're in a very serious moment. Our
This is very
families are in
serious.
danger.
Hundreds of
Sorry.
people are dying every second.
Kim, there's people that are dying.
Okay. Back into it. So our party is preparing to leave Offenzia's place. Is there any last minute preparations? I know Axel will be casting invisibility on his group. And then Winnie, I think you're casting invisibility on two other members of your group, discounting Octavia.
Oh no, this is concentration.
It is concentration, so if you get
Yeah, I
hit,
got disguise self. So I'll just disguise myself as like a.
Hey, as
Generic
long as you don't get
salesperson.
hit, it doesn't matter that it's harder to
Yeah.
focus.
yeah.
Okay.
I am changing my dress to look just brown with like patches at the bottom.
Understood.
Almost a leathery texture. And
Right, go ahead.
I don't know. I guess I just like cover my I pull my hair down, pull it back. I don't have dye necessarily.
Mhm.
So I just like cover it with like a blanket that I like tie in a shawl.
Also, Dane, I only have 1 spell slot for greater
It's alright.
invisibility, so I have to cast it on myself.
Yeah, I've got what's it called? I got disguise self.
That's only a minute.
I will say,
Oh fuck, you're right.
Winnie, knowing how long it's going to take, invisibility itself is probably going to last you most of the like journey, depending on how quickly you can get through different obstacles and things.
Okay.
Greater invisibility would wear off close to you exiting the shadow, so it's not going to go towards the Artisan's Court or through the Northern District.
Oh, I don't have just plain old invisibility. I don't think. Are you saying like wait to cast it so we're out of the shadow and then is that what you're saying?
Just letting you know
Roll
it's not
for?
going to last the whole time.
Mm,
Yeah, I
okay.
think greater invisibility is a
I have a.
domain spell
If we just want to
Yeah.
or
like
something.
disguise ourselves, like I've got
How?
disguise. Okay. I'll cast disguise self on me because I don't think I can cast on someone else.
Hey Zephyr,
Yeah.
as you're thinking about this in this moment, you kind of like you're connecting with your iPod. That's the connection that you're using for magical control and such.
Yeah.
You have some words echo in the back of your head.
Oh.
In this moment, Zephyr, Dane will realize above board, but Zephyr will figure out in the game. You have a new little ability that you can use. Zephyr has the ability to replicate any spell effect that they wish by expending 2 hit dice per spell level.
Oh, that's sick.
So wait, he
So-
hurts himself to cast?
Well, it
Not
doesn't hurt. You
hurting.
just can't restore yourself.
It's his reserves, his energy.
So then here's my question, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Is it based off the spells level or the level I'm casting it at?
The level you're casting it at.
Okay, because I have to cast it at second level because I'm out of first level slots.
No, this is... You don't have to spend spell slots to do this. You're spending hit dice instead of spell slots.
Well, I mean, I would have to cast it the first time, though, right?
For
No.
what?
So, when you say expending hit dice, does it also negate the first use of the spell to duplicate it, or I still have to cast the spell?
Oh.
Think of it as... You
so
have
it's a hit
access...
dice per...
It's 2 hit dice per spell level.
Yeah.
So if you cast a 5th level spell using this feature, you would expend 10 hit dice.
Okay.
Um,
But
remembering that
I
you
wouldn't
only
have to
get...
use a spell slot.
No, but you don't use a spell slot. The spell doesn't have to be on your list.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
That's huge, Max.
There, you do have to make a check to see if you can get it off.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I have so many hit dice. Yeah, I guess I'll cast Disguise Self on me and Winnie.
Okay, I'm gonna need an extra check for that because it is manipulating the spell itself, but you can do it. I'll have you cast it at second level, so that'll be 4 hit dice.
Okay.
And I need you to make a charisma check.
Am I casting it at second level because I'm manipulating it?
Because you're manipulating it to access another person. Usually disguise
Okay.
self only affects the target, so you. And it doesn't usually extend to other people.
Okay, that
It's
makes
a range
sense.
of self, not touch.
Yeah.
So it's for...
So mark off 4 hit dice no matter what,
Gotcha.
and then make a
what am I
charisma
taking?
check for me.
Just a flat charisma?
Yeah.
Versus-
Also, I should say, remember you get to add half your proficiency bonus to this check because you're a bard.
Yo.
It's any ability check, even
All
just straight
trades.
checks.
That makes an 8.
Mm-hmm. The rest of you watch faster this time, but that kind of gray haze surrounds Zephyr for a moment. And then you watch both Zephyr and Winnie transform into different individuals.
Well,
Just a
damn.
slight illusory like haze washes over them and they become the vision of somebody else.
what was?
Whoa!
Are you going to explain?
So... What just happened?
This is cool. This is cool.
I feel like we can talk about this later.
Yeah, we kind of
Yeah,
we got.
let's go.
We should
Axel
probably go.
will activate invisibility on. Just run me by the groups again. It's Al, Lily, Februm, and Axel, and then Octavia, Zephyr, and Winnie.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm stealthing my way, so Octavia she's not been wearing her coat, she's been wearing it around her waist. So she will pull her coat over her shoulders and then pull the hood up over her head. Full Assassin's Creed style. And I probably need to roll for stealth.
Yeah, okay, so exiting Offenzia's house, she kind of just like gives you a little wave and she'll be like, I'll see you soon. Al, is there something you wanted to do before you left?
Yes, I was going to say I'm going to use my spell refueling ring
Oh.
to restore a 3rd level spell slot.
Beautiful.
Huge.
And then I'm also going to put up the actual helmet of my armor this time when we go out.
Understood. Anyone else?
I don't believe so.
Gotcha. Okay, so first off, I need everyone, and I mean everyone, to make stealth checks. Those with Axel get to make them with advantage. Those in Winnie's group, just gonna be straight rolls.
What are these?
Stealth
So-
checks. So
Oh,
Winnie
okay.
is going to be at disadvantage. Even with your illusion, you're still wearing heavy armor, so you're clanking a bit.
Are you
Yeah.
It's not,
Whoa.
not with advantage?
Love the
It's with
advantage.
That's
Oh, I rolled
30.
good.
dice? I didn't.
That is
I got a
dirty
7.
20.
Dirty 20,
22.
30, 22.
21.
22 with disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 19 and an 18.
Damn!
Whoa.
I know.
Octavia, what'd you get?
Oh, I got 15 plus 6 is 21.
21.
I
Benteba.
got a 7.
7
Oh.
for Zephyr. Okay. Yes.
I got 11
11 for Al.
because I
Axel.
have disadvantage on stats.
Axel, pull us through.
Axel got a 10.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
With advantage? Oh,
Yeah, it was a 6 and a 7.
boy. Ooh.
This is gonna be awkward.
Okay. Februm, what'd you get again?
Dirty 20.
Okay. So we've got 2 successes, 2 failures on that group. And we've got 2 successes and 1 failure in the other group. So you begin to kind of make your way through the shadow, dodging debris and rubble. You are watching as pure chaos unfolds in front of you. There are people running and screaming. There is an instance where someone is kind of like trying to hobble their way to safety. Their like left leg is completely crushed by some massive piece of debris, and you see a blood trail where they've been dragging themselves away from the impact of the tower. As your group is trying to quickly and subtly make your way through the shadow. Your groups are kind of divided as they are, one group being invisible, one group taking more of a traditional disguise and stealth approach. And with the disguises, no one seems to pay you any mind. There are so many people worrying about their own things at the active moment that there's no time to take in and process new information. And Octavia, you were just jumping from shadowy point to shadowy point, averting gazes as best as you can. Now, the invisible group is having a little bit more trouble. You don't seem to be drawing too much attention, but the fact that you can't necessarily see each other, aren't connected to each other in any way, there's a little bit of a difficulty of staying together as a group, and it ends up slowing you down a little bit. The other group starts to make more progress ahead of you. But you seem to make it out of the shadow with little to no issue. There is ash that is being thrown up in the air, creating kind of a clouded vision of the full moon, blocking a lot of its radiance. The city is becoming more shadow-filled than it usually is. You're also watching as you look around you, and all of those purple crystals that have provided light for all of your lives are beginning to dim. Slowly but steadily, you're watching each and every one of those crystals begin to kind of blink out, left and right. This dim light that you've been used to your entire lives is vanishing. But you do make it to the gate between the Shadow and the Artisan's Court. And let's have our disguise group go first. You are kind of just making a beeline through the court, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to need another round of stealth checks from all three of you, as
Shit.
well as some dexterity saving throws.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, that's one of the only things I'm good at.
Oh no!
I got a 21 for stealth,
Mm-hmm.
and I rolled the same exact thing.
I got
And you said and a dex save?
Mm-hmm.
The dex save was a 16.
Okay.
I rolled bad.
I got a 6 for stealth and a 13 for the dex saving throw.
Cool.
Ouch.
I got a 14 for stealth and a 26 for the saving throw.
Okay. So, stealth-wise, the party is making their way through, and you make it to the Artisan's Court, and there are so many more people that live in this district. You know that most of the houses and establishments have been enchanted to some capacity to hold more people than the space would usually allow. And they are beginning to flood out into the streets. There's a full-on panic going on. As you make your way into the street, you look over, and the hangout that you once used to love to attend every weekend, and then especially Wednesdays, Stick and Poker, is up in flames. The roof has collapsed inwards, and it just a ball of fire erupts outwards of it. I'm gonna roll the dex save damage as you begin to kind of bits of debris and rubble, and you begin to run into other people that are sprinting out of the way from this disaster. 10. Okay, so Winnie, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Zephyr, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and Octavia, you take nothing because of evasion.
Nice.
Pretty sure you have evasion, right?
Yeah.
Cool. But as you're kind of making your way through, Zephyr and Winnie, you accidentally bump into a couple of people. And as you touch these individuals, your illusions kind of warp around your current form, and you get some confused looks at you, and then a couple individuals begin looking more intently in your direction as you bypass, and you see one individual in specific, a probably middle-aged furbolg woman, kind of makes this connection, and you see a realization on her face as you see that she has made it past your illusion.
Did she make the DC 15 intelligence check?
Yes.
Damn.
As there is this realization on her face, and she begins looking around frantically.
Before, Zephyr is disguised as an old man. So that's just because he's on the broom. So he like looks at her and he's like, Now hold on a second. It's not what it looks like, okay? Like, there's a perfect explanation.
I don't want any trouble. I don't. Please let me go. Please.
Yo,
Just
okay,
stop
yeah,
talking to her and keep moving.
As she's like speaking, you see other people like their glances over in your direction, figuring out what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, we gotta
just be
move.
safe, okay?
Oh my word, Octavia from the shadows is literally just.
And
Yeah, she's like bucking it with him. She's like, mm-mm.
But it would seem that you're starting to draw attention as you go.
I don't think this is looking good.
Okay, back to our other group. I need the same thing. I need stealth checks from all of y'all. At advantage, because you're still invisible. And then, which also, Zephyr, make a con save for me, just for concentration. DC 10.
Ooh.
Yeah. Is it concentration?
Disguise
It doesn't
self?
say it's a concentration.
Oh, is it
spell.
just a
I don't.
hour? No, then we're
it's
good.
not.
I don't think it's a console. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was. I think that's alter self I'm thinking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Never mind, you're good. So stealth checks from everyone else.
Let's go.
Yo.
27.
All right.
27, beautiful.
22.
22.
8.
Understood. I can't find my D20. I don't know where I put it. It's hiding amongst my other dice. Give me a second.
She said goodbye.
I love how y'all, when I rolled low at the beginning of the session, you were like, the DM rolled low. This can never affect us. Axel has not rolled above a 10.
He tired. He tired.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So that'll be a 12 for Axel on his stealth. And yes, that was with advantage as well. Another 50-50 split, it looks like. Slows you down, but with your invisibility kind of cloaking your movements, you're not getting recognized, but there are several close calls with someone almost running into either Axel or Al. As people are just rushing through the Artisan's Court. There seems to be two kind of frames of movement. There's a group rushing outwards towards the Northern District, towards the Everbright, as well as towards the Hospital District. And there seems to be another group that's trying to escape back where you were coming, back towards the Shadow. Anywhere but the Artisan's Court. As you have time to look around, and you're seeing that most of the attacks, most of the explosions, the incidents that are happening here in the Artisan's Court, the heart of commerce, trade, of the market in Aophic. And as you veer off to the side, I need dex saves from everyone.
23.
23.
That's my good saving throw.
15.
15, okay.
15.
11.
11. That was a 20 from Axel. Axel succeeded
Ooh,
on that one.
there you go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so let's figure it out. It's cocked. Little less. It'll be 8 points of damage to Al, 4 points of damage to everyone else. As not necessarily taking like massive amounts of damage, but the energy that it takes to continuously dodge through these people as you're navigating your way back towards Al's workshop is just draining your stamina. But as you're moving in this direction, your group specifically, the other group kind of rushed past this, but as you were turning into the Artisan's Court proper, you're beginning to see figures in white, red, and gold robes, masked with fiery magic surrounding them, beginning to come out of the woodwork. You see a handful of individuals dragging others off in different directions, down some of the alleyways, there is a group that seems to be targeting this fiery magic towards a establishment. I wonder if I can pick one for them to be destroying. Give me a sec. I'm almost there. Let's do... I mean, this is close to where you were, but Buckles Bargains is, like, being burnt down. You see the top, like, hut has begun to, like, kind of crush itself inwards. You see Buckle is not injured, but he is being held tightly by two different members of the Eclipse, kind of dragging him away in a direction. Magic items and different things are being pulled from the wreckage as you do your best to rush by, focused on your task at hand. Okay, now's when I got it. The party is officially split.
Is there any magic items that are like
Just thrown
You
out on the
know.
ground.
I was thinking
Noticeable.
it, but I mean,
I think every you would have to like slip it off of a Eclipse member. Everything's being carried at this current point in time.
okay?
And you're unsure
I
about
I don't
what
like that
things
one,
are.
Connor.
Are you? Would you like to try to steal an item from an Eclipse member?
Not a random item. If there's something that looks like good.
What do
I
you
would just let
classify
him
as
do that.
good?
I don't need a weapon.
I guess that's it.
I don't know.
Let's get going.
How about some kind of jewelry?
Some kind of jewelry.
Yes.
Okay, you see...
Not just random jewelry, like magic.
Yeah. With your kind of perception, you're seeing that, like, there are several different pieces of jewelry that are kind of sparkling and, have a slight magical shimmer to them. First of all, I want you to make an Arcana check to see if Lily
Okay.
can determine what's a good magic item and what's a bad magic item by just kind of passing by. You know they're
Oh.
magical.
I was gonna say I don't need. Yeah.
This is gonna determine your luck chance. Okay.
So I have advantage on Arcana from one of my runes.
Yeah.
That is a nat 20
Woo!
-3 for 17.
Okay.
Oh, no, you love to see it.
Cool.
Right when I
now-
needed it.
I gotta pull up some stuff. So let's say you hit that. Fortunately, there's no way to fucking like filter
Yeah.
stuff by like jewelry. So let
I am content if we don't decide this now.
no, we should probably decide it now.
Okay.
Just so I don't have to worry about it. Roll me a d8.
D8.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Okay. 8.
Roll again.
Okay. 7.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm not giving you a necklace of fireballs.
Really, none of these have. Damn it, none of those are pieces of jewelry.
It could.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Okay.
You grab a iron necklace of sorts. It seems to have a like wooden engraving in the center of it. It's about palm size. Well, I should say, make a sleight of hand check for me, just real fast.
I was gonna say, I'm like, did you say I grab it?
That's what you see. You see that's what catches your eye.
26. I'm
You
telling
grab it?
this is Rune Knights are crazy. I have advantage on everything.
So you grab this amulet of sorts. Not sure what it does, but you kind of quickly grab it from a lower level Eclipse Guard and throw it in your pocket for the time being.
Cool.
Okay.
I apologize for the diversion.
No.
I had to.
Good.
Had to know. Had to know.
Had to do it.
Do it to him.
Okay. I didn't do damage for y'all, did I? Yes, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
4 and 8.
So you continue making your way through. How is your group getting through the crowd? Or how are each of you individually kind of trying to handle this?
I don't stay with the group, I think. I think I told them at the outset that I will be able to hear you. So I will go out of my way, walking right next to buildings where people probably aren't.
Understood. I'm gonna have you roll something here in a second. I want to know what the other two are doing.
Okay.
I probably would. I wouldn't be that concerned about. I wouldn't be as concerned about making noise and being detected as I would be getting there quickly.
Okay.
And even with the back twinge, I think I would just, if people are not going to be in the center of the street, then I would do that. I would just go where generally the least amount of people would be.
Kind of barreling through.
Yeah.
Okay. Februm, what are you doing?
How would I? Is there still like a lot of buildings standing?
Yeah, I mean, the Artisan's Court is packed with buildings. There are many things on fire actively, but there's still structure.
Could I possibly get like a higher ground? Like get to a higher ground and like traverse that way?
Absolutely. Yeah, try to go from like open building to open building. Yeah, okay, so Al, I'm gonna need an athletics check.
My favorite.
Februm, I will need an acrobatics check. Lily, I'll give me a perception check and then roll a D100 for me.
Oh, yeah. 23.
Okay.
Cool. And 21.
Okay.
Not a tremendously high D100.
Didn't need to be high.
Oh, well, it's lower than my perception score.
Okay, what was the athletics and acrobatics? Sorry, y'all.
Another dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
I got a 6.
Ow.
I'm
Okay.
not strong.
Oh, buddy.
Februm, you are fairly successfully making your way from rooftop to rooftop. It is difficult, and there are points in time where you have to like jump through warm or steaming hot smoke to make your way from point to point. You're gonna take 3 points of fire damage just kind of as you're scraping your way across different things and as different blasts are happening around you. Al, you're doing your damnedest to just kind of barrel your way through. And Febrim and Lily, you are both noticing as you look over, there seems to be some invisible structure that is creating kind of like a wave around them as people are kind of bumping into you to different capacities. And Al, you're doing your best to try to make your way through this, but it's physically exhausting. Go ahead and take a point of exhaustion for you.
Okay.
Lily, perception-wise, you are easily able to keep track of the other two. Al, more easier than Febrim, but as you look up, you see moments where you hear a couple footsteps, a quick leap, and then a figure like busts through some smoke coming off of a building. Very few individuals that are going to be fitting those criteria. But more important than necessarily that, as you're traveling in this path, your needle begins to kind of violently vibrate. Kind of, it reaches out to you. Wants you to grasp it in your hand.
I think she grabs it, but she doesn't enlarge it yet. She kind of just sets it in her palm,
which is perfect. Because as you set it in your palm, and I know you're invisible, but we're gonna say you can see yourself.
I have blind sight.
Yeah. You set it in your palm, and you watch this little sewing needle hover, maybe like just a couple millimeters off of your palm, and begin to spin like a compass needle. And it points down an alleyway.
I'm so glad we had the same idea.
Oh, wait until I Discord is updating on my computer, but wait until I send you the item description, which literally has compass point as one of the effects. And it is not pointing in the same direction that the rest of your party is traveling.
I think to myself, they probably won't even notice that I've gone somewhere else. And this is pressing too. I will follow the needle.
You dip down an alleyway, heading towards the direction of that the needle is pointing you in. Let's switch back over to our other party real fast. Our group of 3. You've made it through the Artisan's Court, and the crowds are starting to filter out a little bit. It's not nearly as dense once you get into the Northern District. Octavia, you're a little ahead of the other two. The way that you're moving is forcing you to move a little faster than them. And you are the first to get a glance at the waterways that run into Aophik itself. And you're watching a mass exodus. Any boat, anyone that had access to water travel is moving as fast as they can towards the northern docks. Exiting the city, you see several, dozens, if not maybe bordering on a couple hundred of your kin are desperately making their way to get out of the city, while simultaneously being bombarded by different fiery magics, weapons, arrows, from Eclipse members that are lining themselves up on this trenched-in area. They are still like 60 feet down, The city is built up from the water itself. But you're watching some of these boats are being sunk in the canals of Aofik by the Eclipse members as you were moving past.
Is there... So where are the Eclipse members, like, set up?
So,
Like, how are they set up right now? Because you said, like, in a line.
it's kind of scattered. So there is a major canal that goes from the northern dock straight down to the Artisan's Court and then circles around the city itself. They are sporadically lined up in a kind of not necessarily formation, but you see there are groups of them that are focused around spellcasters, where the spellcasters are destroying boats and the others are protecting them from individuals that approach. There are Night Eyes that are trying their best to take care of different groups here and there, but there are just so many Eclipse members. More than you had ever imagined.
There's like one main group of spellcasters, right?
I would say close to you. There is probably every 60 to 100 feet, there's another group that have kind of sectioned themselves to try to contain the flow out of this canal. But it does seem like most of the Eclipse members are focused on tearing people out of their residence, of grabbing whatever they can, valuables, individuals. It's chaos.
May I look around to see if there's some way that I can just mess with these Eclipse members to stop them from firing at the boats?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I would like, potentially, I'm thinking things that are on fire to throw in the midst of the, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps if they're standing under an awning, can I collapse it? There's a few. I'm just trying to think. I want to mess with them because, Octavia stands there and, she cannot just watch her people being mowed down as they run with their backs to these people.
I'm gonna what kind of check do you want to make?
Ooh. That's a really... I would love to make a perception check in order to perceive my surroundings with anything that could be useful to prove as a distraction. Maybe perhaps I know one of these nearby houses has valuables that they might be distracted enough by to go get instead of focusing on killing people.
All right. Make a perception check for me, and then roll a D100.
Okay. That was a 21. And then D100.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 86.
Okay. You, as you're running through, are making connections. You're seeing points of weakness in either different structures, different apparatuses, and such. And I think the key point that you find is that there is a larger group that is standing on one of the bridges that goes over the canal itself. And they have spellcasters on either side, and they have individuals that are guarding the entrances, good lord, to the bridge, keeping either Night Eyes or other civilians that are trying to help away from the spellcasters themselves. And you notice that just maybe 20 feet over to the left, there is a tower that looks like it's not in great condition. You think that if you hit the pole that's next to the tower might fall and go right on to the edge of one of the bridges. And there's not necessarily enough time to think it out completely. So
okay.
run past it. You take your newly furnished sword and jab it in right at the edge of this pole. And you watch a chain reaction begin to kind of unfold as a couple different things fall over on top of themselves and eventually kind of domino affecting into the tower as it slowly begins to fall over. And you see there are a couple screams from the Eclipse guards as they look over as this tower falls on one side of the bridge, and the whole bridge becomes unstable and collapses. It falling down, plunging into the water. There is a splash that kind of echoes outwards. A couple members rise to the surface. Boats kind of divert around the bridge itself. You quickly watch those Eclipse members be pulled under the water.
Yeah. Okay.
You do have to get pretty close. So you are going to take a little bit of damage from just the pure chaos that unravels.
Give it to me.
Let's do these. So 7 points of bludgeoning damage just from debris and other things rattling around you.
Cool. I would like to kind of run. I'd like to start like saying in lake folk speech, throw them into the water.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would like to do.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check. And then
good.
Zephyr and Winnie, go ahead and either make you have 3 options. You have 3 options here. You can make a dexterity stealth check, you can make a charisma stealth check, or you can make a deception check.
Yo, charisma stealth.
Of your choice.
Interesting.
Wait, so it's Dex stealth, charisma stealth, or
Deception.
what? Oh god, I feel like I'm not good at any of these.
I'm like, it might not be great for Winnie, but...
Deception immediately.
+0, +0, and +0. Let's go, boys.
Woo!
Straight roll.
Not -1.
So probably not stealth, because it won't be a disadvantage if you do one of the other ones.
Yeah. I'll just do, I guess I'll just do deception.
I rolled a 5, but I got a 16.
Oh!
Casually.
Love being a bard.
I rolled a 3 and I got a 3. Let's go, boys.
Cat, what's our persuasion?
My persuasion was a 29.
Woo! There are a couple looks around, and no one seems to know where that's coming from, but you see it click with not everyone, but at least one person on every boat. And they you see several individuals grab harpoons, quickly knot them off, and start launching them up at Eclipse members. Not just enough to either like stab into their thigh or their side, doesn't kill them outright, but you watch as they pull the rope taut as the boats are continuing to move forwards, outwards towards the lake itself. The Eclipse members begin falling into the water, and the members of the lake folk, knowing well that this Eclipse member will not be here for long, let go of the ropes, kind of cutting them off where they are, and you watch one by one these Eclipse members are being dragged underwater, letting out just a little scream and a bubble before they disappear.
Is it the Wilhelm scream?
Ah!
One of them's got to be the Wilhelm
Ah!
scream.
You only hear the first bit, because then they're tugged underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zephyr.
My leg.
My leg! Zephyr and Winnie, you're doing your best to make it through this situation. But with one of you riding on a broom already, you're kind of drawing attention. I guess I didn't ask. Zephyr, are you trying to disguise the fact that you're riding on a broom? Or are you, like, explicitly an old guy riding on a broom?
I'm an old guy riding on the broom, and I probably made myself look a little bit injured.
Okay.
I made my leg look injured.
The two of you begin to draw attention to yourselves. Winnie, you are kind of frazzled by this situation, trying to take in everything around you. As explosions are happening, you end up bumping shoulders with an Eclipse member, kind of running directly into them, and the two of you make eye contact, and there is this moment of realization for the Eclipse member. You take a couple steps backwards, and you hear a loud whistle coming from this individual, and you watch as dozens of different heads, different figures around you begin turning and looking in your direction. They start quickly approaching you. What are you doing?
Is it just on me, or is it on Zephyr too?
I mean, I'm right next to you.
Zephyr is like maybe
true.
10 feet ahead of you, and you know, Zephyr, in this moment, you look back and you see this interaction. And you see that there is a focus around Winnie, and then as they've noticed Winnie, they start looking out elsewhere? That's the word.
Outward.
Outward. It was outwards or elsewhere, and I decided to mix those two.
Emperor's yes.
But there are a handful here and there. Not everyone, but there are individuals that are beginning to see their way through your disguise.
I want to cast greater invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna just grab you and run.
I mean, you're on the broom.
I got a chain
But-
sickle. All you gotta do is fail a save.
Willingly fail that save.
Yeah.
Actually, let's do a little combo move on that.
Okay.
Zephyr, let's have you roll to hit against Winnie's AC at first.
What's your AC?
And Winnie, go ahead and make a spellcasting check with your wisdom for me.
What's your AC?
16.
Okay, that's not that bad actually. I think I can make that.
What am I doing, Max?
A
Yeah,
spellcasting check. So,
So just a straight
D20
D20
plus
with the
wisdom.
modifier?
Yep,
21.
21.
11.
So I'm trying to wrap it up.
11, okay. Not too terrible. So, Winnie, you make eye contact with this individual, and you begin to kind of like step backwards a little bit, and you feel your heel connect with a stone, and you feel your weight begin to kind of fall backwards for a moment as a cool, thick chain wraps its way around your waist and begins to kind of pull you backwards. In this instant, you flip invisible. Zephyr, I do have to ask, are you just moving at the broom pace, or are you trying to dash?
I can't make the broom go faster and not take damage.
I'm like, the broom goes 50, but unfortunately
Broom
that
goes
is
50?
slower than any of these people dashing.
Oh, what's the punishment again?
It's 1d12 necrotic damage.
I'll take the hit. If I see them all look around at Winnie, we need to get out of there.
Okay. How many turns do you want to dash for?
Oh,
Yikes.
there's the kicker.
Two.
2 turns of dashing. Okay. That's a d12. Hey, you got lucky. 6 points of necrotic damage. And then I want Zephyr and Winnie to both make either athletics or acrobatics checks as if you were escaping a grapple.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
I hope you did better than me. I got an 8.
That's a nat 1.
Uh,
So, 2.
Catching Winnie by surprise, you Zephyr, you end up pulling her for a moment as she has to kind of struggle to get her feet back underneath her, which ends up slowing you down. And even though you're trying to go fast, these people that are following you are relentless, and unfortunately you don't get enough progress forwards in those 2 rounds to fully escape their field of vision, their radius, and they keep coming after you. You've probably got one more shot to get away from them before this is going to become an armed conflict.
Is
And I would say, Octavia, you're probably joining back in at this point after you've instructed your people to start taking out Eclipse members. You kind
Okay.
of look back over, and with your bonus action dash, you're able to keep up
Okay.
with Zephyr no matter what. But
Yeah.
you're seeing this, like, grouping of Eclipse members begin to angle their way specifically towards those 2.
Okay.
So, the question is, what are you all doing? Zephyr, you can dash more. I will tell you now that you've tried it once. The more you dash, the lower the DC is to escape.
Okay.
In Octavia, you have the prime opportunity to either create some sort of distraction, something that pulls the attention away from them, and that will help with their DC to escape.
Yeah.
Hey, Max, how close is the closest
one
person
daring
that's
to-
not Octavia to us?
To you, I would say they're probably 30 feet away.
Perfect.
What's up, Winnie?
Wait.
Okay. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I am rolling the butt, so I would like to try and channel divinity
Okay.
and try and talk to my mom and find a way to get us the fuck out of here.
Oh, we're doing, not
Divine
channel divinity,
intervention.
divine intervention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll a D100. You need to roll below, and we didn't actually do the level up, but we'll do it at the end. I don't think we're gonna make it to the combat stuff tonight. Unfortunately.
First combat.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be combat.
Oh boy.
But you need to roll 12 or lower.
Okay.
That doesn't look like a 12.
These dice are going to jail. There's a 78. So
Close.
Close. In the other direction.
yeah.
You. Here's the thing. You make this attempt to reach out to your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a disconnect in your own magic.
Oh.
That's not who you're drawing power from anymore.
Oh yeah. It's
So-
me.
You reach out and there's no connection. It falls flat. The prayer kind of floats off into the ether.
Okay.
Okay.
I do have a
I
plan.
also have a thing.
Okay, so Octavia first. What are we doing?
Okay. So I'm running with them. The Eclipse members are behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just need to startle them to get them to stop running at full speed. I have been looking through my inventory, as
Okay.
we all should every once in a while.
Absolutely.
I have rope an oil flask and a tinderbox.
Oh,
I would
no.
like
Oh
I would
no!
to douse my rope in oil, light it on fire, and then like throw it across the way to like basically cut in front of their line of vision. I don't have the means of like making it permanently hurt them or anything, but I can at least startle them
Can I
into
piggyback on that?
stopping.
Yeah. With Zephyr, what are you doing?
As I see her throw this flaming rope, I'm gonna
If I
cast
can.
plant growth. And hopefully the rope ignites the plants.
Oh wait, I love this. I love this so much. Okay. Zephyr.
You know,
Charisma-
100-foot radius.
I need a spellcasting check. So charisma plus half proficiency plus a d20.
Okay.
Octavia, give me a sleight of hand.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd say that.
Uh-huh. It's quick movements.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
So wait, it's charisma
I rolled a
plus
10.
half proficiency, you said?
Yep, charisma, half proficiency, plus your roll.
Fuck. It's a 7.
Because we're helping each other, can he roll at advantage?
Yeah, I rolled.
Zephyr, how badly do you want this?
Kinda one.
There it is.
You kind of want
There's
this?
the kicker.
You kind of want this, right?
I feel like it should, like, plant
The
growth is
redemption
a
for the
spell.
plant growth that
Plant
didn't
growth
happen.
just happens.
How many hit dice do you have left?
Uh? 7.
And plant growth is a 3rd level spell?
Yes.
Okay. Octavia, you douse your rope in oil, kind of fling it out to the side, and in slow motion, you kind of like strike a match and just like flick it in that direction, and you watch the rope ignite in midair and fall along the pathway of the rest of these night eyes. You kind of watch them startle for a second, but it's not enough to really deter the rest of their movements. Zephyr, this is something you want to do, right? Just final
Yeah.
confirmation? Okay.
I
Expend
do
the
wanna
spell
do this.
slot and 6 hit dice.
Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, I can do that.
Were they?
While you're doing that-
Are they Night Eyes or are they Eclipse members?
These are Eclipse members.
Oh, okay.
There are...
I
want... It sounds like an exaggeration, but there are hundreds of more Eclipse members than you see Night Eyes active. There are, like... The Eclipse has entrenched itself into society as a whole. These are... Some of them are, like... Seem well armored, like they've got a little bit more training on them. But there are dozens, or if not hundreds of people that you see that are just civilians that are dressing up in this garb that have either been convinced, charmed, or deluded into thinking that they should join this group. At least from your perspectives. But Zephyr, you release this magic. And there's a moment where you watch the light on your device. I can't keep saying iPod. I'm so sorry, y'all. Where your the screen on your device dims. And you're afraid that the magic isn't going to go through. It's not going to do what you want it to do. But you're a programmer. And making...
I'm a nerd.
If you're a nerd.
Yeah.
And making magic do what you want to is what you were born to do. And you end up channeling your own stamina into the device. And you watch as starting from you and expanding outwards in a whole 30, in that entire 30-foot radius. Different weeds and vines and what's it called? I'm losing my words.
Plants
Foliage?
or
Foliage. Thank you. Begin to kind of sprout from the concrete and then immediately die. And what this does is it creates a flash fire. All of those dead leaves and vines immediately just spike in flame, and you watch as a good 5 to 10 foot bonfire erupts out upwards. Yes.
Can I add a little flavor?
What's up?
The song that plays from his iPod is it starts off being the main chorus from the hit movie The Lorax, the Let It Grow, and then right as the grass grows, it cuts to the O'Hare part where he starts singing Let It Die, Let It Die, Let It shrivel up and die.
Oh
As
my
this
lord.
big flame seems to deter the group behind you enough for now. As you rocket off forward, Octavia kind of swivels back in to join your group as you begin to beeline towards the northern dock as well as the mail tower that sits right next to it. Februm and Al, you push your way through, and Al, you can see your workshop. Just a couple blocks away, you see it burning. You see flames leaping out from the windows. Your possessions, everything up in flames. Make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
4.
This fills you with worry. You don't see Mel. You can't make out what's happening closer. You're gonna need to get right up there to figure out what's happening. Februm, from your vantage point, you see the charging bull that is the invisible Al now, just barreling through people, doing whatever he can to get to the warehouse. As you jump from rooftop to rooftop, eventually collecting back in with Al, making your way down the building. The two of you arrive, maybe 40 feet away from your warehouse.
And Axel. No?
Um,
Okay. I'm just making sure you were accounted for him.
I'm aware of Axel.
Okay.
Fully aware
fine.
of Axel.
God damn it. God damn it.
God dig it.
Oh, I know where Axel is right now.
Oh.
The two of you
Yeah, I
kind of
bet you do.
make your way down here, 40 feet away from your workshop. And Al, you see Mel being dragged by his hair out of your workshop. An Eclipse member kind of dragging him as they go. There are several other members collected outside of the building, and they are screaming at him. They're like, "Where is your father? Do you know where he happens to be right now? You better know, or it's gonna be your head on the plaque next. Is that what you want?" I bet that's what you want. Y'all, everyone see this? Everyone see
I'm gonna
this?
cast Vortex Warp
Mm-hmm.
on Mal.
Okay. Hold it there. Lily, the compass in your hand is pointing you away from the chaos, from all of the noise and explosions that are happening, and it leads you farther down the Artisan's Court, down several different connecting paths. The needle seems to point you at each turn, showing you where to go next. And finally, you turn a corner. And you see two figures standing there. Both cloaked in white and red robes. Almost waiting. Well, it would seem that you've decided to join us finally. As a figure removes their cloak, letting long silver hair flow down their side, kind of spilling out over their shoulder. Beautiful, glittering eyes look in your direction. Even in your invisible state, they seem to know exactly where you are. I knew you would be coming for us.
It's been too long.
Not long enough, if you ask me.
Well, I'm afraid we don't have time to wait any longer.
Unfortunately not. It seems like this fated moment has finally come to pass. The silver-haired figure turns over. Iris, would you assist me to the best of your ability? And you watch the secondary figure kind of remove their cloak, pull a staff out from their side. I'll do my best, Lily.
I think, Lily enlarges the needle and, I don't know, swings at the air to her side so she's not invisible anymore. But she has a soured look on her face now. I think you know this isn't her fight. Why do you insist on bringing her into it? I haven't brought my friends.
It might not have been your intention, but you watch Lily cast a quick spell, dispel magic, and Axel appears about 15 feet behind you, kind of like peering out of a alleyway. You might not have brought them specifically, but it seems they joined you nevertheless. Oh, hey. I'm sorry, Lily. You just ran off, and I couldn't let you go alone.
She does at first she kind of turns slowly, and it's one of those like looks where she like turns over her shoulder and like the eyes are not visible.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of sighs. You know this is a duel, right?
I mean, it kind of looks like they have done a 2v1, so I'd figure I'd at least even the odds.
I just need you to make sure it stays a duel.
I'll play support. I mean, it seems like that's what they're doing anyway.
Okay.
he like puts his sword away, and you watch him conjure some radiant energy into his hands.
Remember your limits.
Remember yours. Okay. With that, I know it would be amazing to go back into it, but I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight.
Yeah.
And we're gonna jump up. We're gonna jump off with a 3-way split encounter, going into the next session.
Back to the first encounter we had in the campaign.
Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Welcome to the chaos. I know I'm enjoying myself. I hope everyone else is enjoying themselves. But thank you again for joining us, Julia. Sorry, that was really unopportune.
No, it was perfect. It was what I wanted. Drink water. Water is good for you. It heals the soul, and actually, I read that if you drink a lot of water, it helps clear up acne, which, if you're anything like me, you get regularly. So, drink lots of water. It's good for you.
Beautiful. Dane, do you have anything for us?
Spotify is right around the corner. We're editing the first episode, cleaning it up a little bit. That's gonna be either weekly or bi-weekly. The usual stuff to subscribe and follow. And special thank you, because today is the 2-year stream that we've had. We've been doing this for 2 years now.
Woo!
I would hope to do it for more than 2 more.
Till the end of time, you know? Have a good night, everyone.
Take care, you guys.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching.